In this video, we're going to explore these two very simple questions. They may look easy, but actually there's a lot of things that we can learn from answering these two questions. Two different whole numbers add up to 2547. Question is, what is the smallest difference between the two numbers? Right, and write down these two numbers. Second one is similar, right? But the number is different. I chose it to be different for a reason. All right, you will notice that the first case 2547 is an odd number, whereas the second one is an even number. So let's try to solve for the first case, 2547. Right, this is an odd number. Right, so the first thing we need to do, because we are interested to find the smallest difference, we divide this number by 2. Right, so if you will divide this by 2, I believe you're going to get 1273.5. Right, because so we're going to have 2 of them. Right, but because we are interested in whole numbers, all right, so what we can 0.5 is not a whole number. So what we can do is to minus 0.5 from the first number. Right, so the first number will be 1273. Right, now because the number must add up to 2547, when we minus off 0.5 from the first number, we have to add 0.5 to the second number. Otherwise, they won't add up to 2547. Right, so what are we going to get for the second one? It will be 1274. Right, just a quick check. When you add up these two numbers, we're going to get this. Right, so what is the difference between these two numbers? It's quite obvious. 1274 minus 1273 is equal to what? Right, so now let's do the second number, 5414, and see whether we're going to get the same answer as the first one. So this is even. Right, so what we can do is the same thing. Take 5414 divided by 2. Right, so what do we get? 2707. Right, 2707. Right, now because the question said the number must be different, so these two cannot be the answer. Right, so what can we do? Because we are interested in whole number, just like before, for the first one we minus 1. Right, so what do we get? We get 2706. Right, and for the second number we add 1, otherwise they won't add up to 5414. So what do we get? We get 2708. Right, so what is the difference between these two numbers? 2708 minus 2706, we're going to get 2. Right, so in answering this question, there will be a difference. If the number is odd, the difference will be 1. If the number is even, the smallest difference will be 2 instead. Now for learning purposes, let's explore this further. All right, so let's assume I want to find the next smallest difference. Right, let's go back to the first case. The smallest difference is 1. So but what is the next smallest difference? Right, so what we can do is to go back to this, right, and then instead of 1273, we minus 1 from that. So we're going to get 1272. Right, so in order for the two numbers to add up to 2547, we have to add 1 to the other number. So we're going to get 1275. Right, so what is the difference between these two numbers? It will be 3. Right, so the smallest difference is 1, the next smallest is 3. Do you think you can guess what will be the next smallest number? Right, so go and explore for yourself. Now let's go to the second case for an even number, right? The smallest difference between the number is 2. What do you think is the next smallest number? The next smallest difference between the two numbers, right? So let's take our 2706. For the next smallest difference, right, we can minus 1 from it, so we get 2705. And in order for the two numbers to add up to 5414, the other number we must add 1 to it, right? So 2709. What is the difference between these two numbers? It is 4, right? Again, right, question for you. The smallest difference is 2, the next smallest is 4. So what do you think will be the next smallest difference between two numbers? Now another interesting thing that can be observed in answering these two questions is this. All right, let's take a look at the first case. The 2547 is an odd number. All right, 1273 is odd, but 1274 is even. Right, so in order to get an odd number, you must have one odd, one even. Right, let's take a look at the second extension to this problem. All right, the next smallest difference. 1272 is even, and 1275 is odd. Right, so one of them must be even, the other one must be odd for the first case. Now let's take a look at the second case. Very interesting. Right, we have an even number, so two numbers adding up to an even number. For our first answer, this is even. 2706 is even. 2708 is also even. So two even will add up to even. But let's take a look at the second extension to the problem. 2705 is odd, right? And 2709 is also odd. Right? So for even numbers, it is interesting. You can either have two even numbers or two odd numbers. So for your practice, go to the link that is given below. All right, click on the new problem button. You will notice that these numbers will alternate between odd and even. Right, so try out both cases and make sure that you know how to solve this problem all by yourself. Okay guys, have fun and thank you for listening.